it's the best job there is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to get that in. It's the best job there is. So the Civil Nuclear Constabulary, a constabulary that looks after all of the nuclear power stations within Great Britain and other power stations as well. And our role is to secure those sites around the country. But we have a specific role with nuclear materials, so we have boundaries that we work within. So the dog unit, yes, like I said before, we train all of the dogs that come into the CNC. We use two different disciplines within the CNC. So we use general purpose dogs, which are the larger breeds, so the German Shepherds, Belgian Shepherds, Dutch Shepherds, and we use those for day-to-day work like you would see in a normal in a Home Office police force. We also use smaller dogs, specialist search dogs, obviously because of the type of work we do within the CNC and what we are looking after and protecting. We only use explosive search detection dogs because those are the dogs that we really need and are valuable to us. So the dogs themselves, they're based at the sites that we have, and they have operational duties that they have to carry out. And that differs between general purpose and explosive search. Our explosive search dog teams all went to the Olympics in 2012 in London because they needed a lot of dogs, more than the country had actually, so they were calling them in from everywhere. So, and that was a great opportunity for them. We would only send our dogs into areas within Sellafield, sensitive areas. If there was actually an incident in progress, they wouldn't routinely go into there. And then obviously all the safety precautions that Sellafield have in terms of, you know, monitoring and things like that would come into place. But we wouldn't routinely send them into sensitive areas unless there was a need for them to be in there. We are really fortunate within the CNC and every Home Office force that people come to us because they want to, because they're motivated. You don't have to be a dog handler. It's a vacancy where people come to us because we want to, and every time we advertise we have a queue of people buying for those jobs. We really do. It's a lifestyle choice because you're with those dogs 24/7 when you're working with them operationally and when they're at home with you, and that's the same for all Home Office forces. So they have to fit in with your family, with your lifestyle, with every aspect of your life. So it is a real commitment and it is a lifestyle choice. It is a tremendous bond. At the end of the day, when you're working your dog, you want to know that that dog will protect you in any situation. So the trust must be there. And that's a trust from you to your dog and from your dog to you, because they need to trust that you're going to look after them as well, and you do build up that bond with them. When you think that if you get a dog from an 8-week-old puppy and you bring it on in conjunction with the training team, then you'll work that dog and be with that dog for the whole of its life if you keep the dog after it retires. So you're talking anything up to 14, 16 years that you've got that dog. The work that you do with it is phenomenal. You ask so much of them and they give everything in return. They really do. When you start training them and you learn a new craft, so you learn together as a team. So as instructors, we don't teach the dog how to do what it does. We teach the handler to teach the dog what it does, so that they know how to work the dog, what to look for, how to look at how the dog works, and identify how it works so that they know what they're looking for. It's a real bond. It is a real bond. To be honest, I don't think I could pick one highlight, but the highlight for me is seeing these dogs be licensed and actually going out with the handlers and working operationally. For me, that is a highlight. It really is. It shows the hard work and dedication of the training staff and what they put into it, because they give 110% all the time. what they put into it, we get back tenfold when we see these dogs working. It really is a highlight, and I couldn't have chosen a better career, and I would do it all again. It's the best job there is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to get that in. It's the best job.